Morning.
All right, so we're gonna get started. Hopefully everyone's at their spot. Whoever is signed in as J Sal, I'm assuming it's Justin Sal, and I'm assuming Kayla logged in. But I don't know if your audio is connected or not, so you may have to recheck that out. We're gonna get started today, and you don't need any props. If you do feel like you need a block, though, some tips that people have been using if you don't have blocks in your home is like if you just bought some like garbage bags, kind of like that type of box where you could put some weight on it. You could also use like canned goods or like a big bottle of some sort, depending on the size of the bottle. Just kind of some tips there in general if you do feel like you need blocks, or if you feel like you need a bolster, you can always use a blanket as well. But we'll get started, and we'll start laying down on our mat. I turn off my heater. And we're going to come all the way down and then bring your feet on the ground so your feet are firmly planted down. If you're not already muted, I do recommend muting yourself. That way I will be the focal point for both you and those around you that are also on the call. I mean, unless you do want to be shown on the screen, that's also okay. We'll bring our palms down by our sides and then start to press down through your arms. And notice as you press into your palms and press into your triceps, all of a sudden your collarbones start to open just a little bit more. We'll keep our eyes open for breathing. So find one spot forward on the ceiling. Take a nice deep breath in. Open your mouth. Awesome, deep breath in. Open mouth. 2 more breaths just like this. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Ujjayi breath. Breathe in through the nose. Out through the nose, finding a slight constriction in the back of the throat, and continue to press down through your hands. I find this to be a little bit difficult, so continue to activate through your triceps. Now start to tuck your tailbone under so you feel your entire spine on the ground, and then let's lift the hips up towards the sky. But while you're here, I really want you to think about turning your glutes on. So if you want, you can take your fingers to your glutes and just tap them to turn them on. They tend to get a little snoozy. We tend to not use them as much. And then think about pulling the lower abdomen in. So you're kind of gathering everything into your pelvic bowl, kind of this center of your body. And then think about really lifting with the glutes. So you're not lifting as high as you would in a bridge pose. And we're going to pause here for a moment. Just taking a nice deep breath in, nice deep breath out. Now press down through your right foot. Can you hover your left leg into a tabletop? Awesome. So knee comes over the hip, and then feel the demand that this puts on your right leg. Awesome. Breathing here. Inhale. Exhale. Can you lift with your glute just a little bit higher, keeping the core pulled in? Awesome. Breathe in. And out. Now, if you keep your knee bent, there's more demand being put on your right hip. If you feels okay, you can always straighten the leg up. Maybe you want a little bit of a hamstring stretch. Point your foot away and spread your toes wide. Continue to press down through your hands. This is where we're going to put a lot of demand on that right glute. Let's pulse up and down, up an inch, down an inch. Breathing, really feeling that glute activate. Awesome. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift up as high as you can and pause. Take your right fingertips up towards the sky. We'll take our left hand to our right fingertips, and we're just going to pull back, getting a gentle wrist stretch. Continue to breathe. Keep that right glute engaged. It should be on fire right now. Breathe. Big breath in. Big breath out. Awesome. Release your hands back down. Keep your hips lifted. Bend that left leg back down to the ground and re-level out your hips. Awesome. Let's go with the right side. So again, poke that left glute to turn it on. Shift your weight into your left foot. Hover the right foot. Finding that tabletop. Putting all the demand here on your left leg. Breathe. Big breath in. Big breath out. Draw the pelvis to neutral. Draw the core in. So you're using your core and your glutes here. If it feels okay, maybe you extend that leg up. Point the foot. Flex the toes. So you're spreading the toes nice and wide. Awesome. Let's pulse. Up an inch, down an inch. You got it. Finding that left glute on fire. Breathe, deep breath in. Deep breath out. Awesome, we're here for 5. 4, you can do it. 3, 2, 1. Pause at the top. Left arm extends, right fingertips come to the left and pull back, getting your wrist stretch. This last little bit of glutes here on the ground. Big breath in. Big breath out. Awesome. Release the hands. Release the foot. Slow and control. Lower all the way down. Great. And then just windshield wiper the legs left and right. Who knew your glutes would be turned on so early in the morning? Let's do a little bit of core. Bring the feet back at hip distance. Feet firmly planted down. I want you to really press the tailbone down to the ground so you'll have a little bit of curve in your spine here. It's okay. We have this natural curvature of our belly, of our spine. Bring your hands back behind your head. Elbows point up towards the sky. Take a nice deep full breath in. Exhale, lift your head, neck, and shoulders. See if you can gaze down at your belly and you're trying to curl up off your shoulder blades. Now, you may be here and really feeling it in your core, but really see if you can lift up. So we're trying to get to the deepest part of the core, lifting and holding. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, lower down. Let's find some movement. Exhale, lift up. Gaze at your belly. Inhale, lower down. Slow and control. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift up. You got to really pull that belly down. Lower and lift. Awesome, we're here for 5. I promise by the end of the class, 4. You want to remember that we did abs. 3. You can do it. 2. Awesome, come up and hold. Holding here, you can stay right here, or can you take your palms forward, palms face up? Awesome, breathing, can you lift up even higher? Awesome, inhale. Exhale, even higher, draw the belly down. One more, big breath in. Exhale, lower all the way down. Let's bring our arms out like a cactus. And then flex your toes. We'll drop our toes, our knees over to the right. So we're taking this nice wide twist. So your knees are separated. And then while you're here, bring your left hand to your left hip. And then think about turning that left glute on as you pull the knee forward towards the front of the mat. So you're pressing your hip into your hand. Awesome. Bring your knees back through center and then all the way over to the left. Again, right hand comes to your right hip. Activate through the right glute. Start to press the knee forward, getting this nice big long stretch. Awesome, come back through center. Let's bring the hands back behind the head. This time we'll hover the knees into a tabletop. So knees over the hips once again. Think about tugging the tailbone down to the ground. Again, you're finding that natural curvature of the spine. Hands come back behind your head. Flex your toes. Big breath in. Exhale, lift your head, neck, and shoulders. We're going to pause. Extend your left leg out. The higher the leg, the easier this is going to be. Can you bring it to a 45-degree angle? And then lift up off those shoulder blades just a little bit more. We're going to turn to the right by 2 inches and then lift up off that right shoulder blade. Starting to feel your obliques working. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, come back through center and lower. Bring your knee in. Exhale, lift up. Awesome, extend the right leg. Taking it slow here to start. Twist over to the left 1 inch. Lift up off that shoulder blade. So you're not moving very far, but you can really feel your obliques as you draw your belly down. Center and release. Awesome, let's pick up the pace. Lift. Left leg, twist to the right, center, and release. You got it. Lift, right leg, twist to the left, center, and release. Awesome. Lift, twist, center, release. Lift, twist, center, release. Awesome. 2 more. Lift, twist, center, release. Awesome. Lift, twist, center, release. This time we'll hold. Lift, extend the left leg, twist over to the right, and pause. Take your left hand, can you reach it towards the right? Awesome, bring that hand actually to the thigh and press the thigh forward slightly. So you're finding this push-pull effect, the thighs right over the hip. Can you lift up off that shoulder blade just a little bit more? Notice how your core starts to burn. Awesome, center and release. 1 more, you got it. Lift, twist to the left, extend that right leg. Hand comes to your thigh. Press the thigh back, pull the shoulder up just a little bit more. Use your core. Feel the burn. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Awesome, and release. Draw your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice big hug. Awesome, just warming up our core, warming up our glutes. Let's start to rock and roll the length of the spine, coming all the way up through the tailbone. Maybe your toes can tap all the way overhead. Awesome, we'll take 3 big rocks just like this. And then cross your ankles, come over your knees, and we'll come to a tabletop. Awesome, shoulders stack over the wrists. I want you to walk your knees slightly forward so the knees are in front of the hips, and then push down with your hands. Start to draw your ribs and your hips together so you find that your back is nice and flat. Awesome. While we're here, let's extend the left leg back behind us. Press the toes into the ground. Breathe. Pause here for a moment. Awesome. Now, think about turning that left glute on. Can you hover the leg up? Toes still point down. Push the floor away. Gaze is down. Pull your chin up. So we're starting to find this alignment of our skull, our scapula, so our shoulder blades, and our sacrum, our tailbone. Trying to find one straight line. Big breath in. Exhale, bend your knee. Keeping the low back nice and long. Use your core. Let's pulse the leg up. Awesome. This is our last little glutes here on our hands. Awesome. You got it. We're here for 5. Push the floor away. 4. Continue to gaze down. 3, 2, 1. Release the leg down. Right away, let's go with the right leg. Extend the right leg behind. Press the toes down. Really stack the shoulders over the wrists. Engage through that right glute. Hover. Awesome. Narrow between your ribs and your hips, finding your whole core engaged. Bend your knee. Awesome, and pulse. You got it. Really flex those toes. Gaze is down. Push the floor away. Narrow between the ribs and the hips. Awesome. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Release that right leg down, and let's just wag our hips from side to side for a moment. And then come down to your forearms. Hands can either be parallel to the sides of your mat, so they're open, or you can interlace the fingers. But the main point here is we really want our shoulders over our elbows. Tuck your toes under, and then lift your hips up for a dolphin pose. Bend your knees a lot, and then think about pressing the ribs up towards the sky, so the back side of the body. Finding a neutral pelvis. If you need to bend your knees even more, that's okay. It's not necessarily about finding straight legs. We're just pausing here for a moment. Starting to feel our shoulders, starting to feel our whole body working together. Breathe in and out. Awesome. Inhale and exhale. One more big breath in. Exhale, release the knees down, come up to the hands. Let's press back for our first down dog. Start to bend left and right, warm, and wake up your hamstrings. Shake your head no, nod your head yes, finding whatever movement feels good for you right here, right now. Awesome. And then begin to settle in your down dog. Again, it's okay to have some bend into your knees, and think about pushing the floor away with your hands so you're finding a lift in the belly. Awesome. Inhale, come up to your tippy toes. Exhale, bend your knees. Keep your hands firmly planted on the ground. Step forward. Maybe this means you have to step a little bit further back. Bend your knees a lot. So we're keeping with this tall spine. That's what we're going to be working with here today. When we have a tall spine where our skull, our scapula, and our sacrum are in one straight line, the whole time that we practice, we don't necessarily have to do a half lift to reset our spine. So let's try today's practice without a half lift. Inhale, arms reach forward. Keep the ribs pulling in as you reach up, tall spine. Big breath in. Exhale, bend the knees, tall spine, fold down. Hands plant down, step your right foot back, drop down to your back knee, untuck your back toes, rise up, low lunge. Pull back, skull, scapula, sacrum, one straight line. So typically here, we tend to bend deep into the leg, putting a lot of pressure on that front hip. Today we're going to think about pulling back, finding one tall spine, starting to work on our posture just a little bit. I don't know about you, but I've been sitting on the couch a lot and, ending up like this. I'm going to be the hunchback of Notre Dame here pretty soon. Take a nice deep full breath in to reach up. Exhale, plant your hands down, tuck your back toes under. Let's step back to a plank pose. Pausing here, 3 big breaths. Inhale. Exhale, press your tailbone back towards your heels. Inhale. Exhale, lift your gaze. You should be gazing at the top of your mat. Awesome. One more big breath in. Exhale, lower the knees. Lower the chest, squeeze the elbows in, chaturanga. Inhale, pull the hands back, lift up, cobra. Exhale, lower all the way down. Can you do a half push-up, downward facing dog? Big breath in. Big breath out. Awesome. Right leg steps forward. Try to keep those hands down. Drop down to your left knee, untuck your back toes, rise up, low lunge. Once again, finding this structure. Skull, scapula, sacrum, one straight line. Narrow between your ribs and our hips. Awesome. Breathe as you lift up. Our core actually is not just the center part. It runs all the way from our shoulders, all the way through our tailbone. It is literally the center of our whole body. Awesome. Nice deep full breath in. Exhale, plant the hands down. See if you can keep the hands planted down as you tuck the back toes under and step forward to a forward fold. Rise up tall. Inhale. Awesome. Let's move a little bit more quickly. Fold. Hands plant down. Left foot steps back. Drop to the knees. Untuck the toes. Rise up. Low lunge. Inhale. Exhale. Hands plant down. Step back. Plank pose. Pause. One breath in. Lower the knees. Lower the chest. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, half push-up, down dog. Left leg steps forward. Drop down to the knee, untuck the toes, rise up, low lunge. Starting to find some heat in the body. Hands plant down. See if you can plant them down firmly as you step forward. Rise to stand. Fold. Right toe step back, drop to the knee, low lunge. Hands plant down, plank pose, one breath in. Inhale. Lower the knees, lower the chest. Cobra. Down dog. Right foot forward. Lower the knee, rise up, low lunge. Pull your pelvis back. Neutral pelvis here. Hands plant down, step forward, forward fold. Awesome. Rise to stand. Two more just like this. Fold. Hands plant down, left foot steps back, lower the knee, rise up, low lunge. Hands plant down, step back, plank pose. Inhale. Lower the knees, lower the chest. Cobra. Down dog. Awesome. Left leg forward. Lower the knee, rise up. Hands plant down, step forward, forward fold. Rise to stand. Awesome. Fold. This time we'll take it a little bit different. Hands plant down, left foot steps back. Lower the knees, keep the toes tucked under as you rise up. Awesome. Pausing here for a moment. Take your left fingertips to your right wrist and then begin to reach your arm even higher towards the sky. Awesome. Pull your core in. You're thinking about lengthening the right side of the body. Awesome. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale, release the hands. Tuck the toes under, step back, plank. Lower the knees, lower the chest. Inhale, come up, cobra. Exhale, down dog. One more side. Left foot steps forward. Lower the knees. Keep the toes tucked under, lift up, low lunge. Awesome. Pausing here. Fingertips to the left wrist. Reach the left arm high. Think about lengthening through your left side body. Narrow between your ribs and your hips. Continue to breathe. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Hands to the floor. Step forward, forward fold. Full body stretch, reach up. Hands to heart, open mouth. Let's take two more breaths just like this. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, open mouth. One more. Let's add on here. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold down. Awesome. Plant the hands down. Step the right foot back. This time we'll start in a high lunge. Bend deep into your front knee. And then think about pulling your chest forward. So finding that structure. Skull, scapula, sacrum, one straight line. Awesome. Bend a little bit into your back knee and breathe. Big breath in. Big breath out. Awesome. Just pausing here for a moment, finding this nice long spine. Inhale. Exhale. Awesome. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Plant your right hand all the way down, and then start to take your, I'm going to turn myself, take your left fingertips to your hip and pull your hip back. So you're getting into a little bit of a twist here, but really find this length in your femur bone. Lengthen the left side of your body. Breathe in. Breathe out. Awesome. Bend your right knee a lot. Bring your knee underneath your hip. Untuck your toes. And then shift the weight into your right hand. Extend your left leg back behind you. Side plank. Let's take our right hand to our left, or our left hand to our right ribs, and then pull your ribs up. So feel your obliques turn on. Flex your toes. Breathe. You should feel your left glute on. Inhale. Exhale. Draw the left knee in. Try to keep your upper body still. Exhale. Extend. And pause. Inhale. Exhale. Draw in. Exhale. Extend. Awesome. We'll take a couple more just like this. Exhale. Inhale. Awesome. Here for 3. You got it. Use your core. Try to narrow between your ribs and your hips. Your upper body isn't moving. 2. Last one. Awesome. Extend your leg out. Take your left leg. We're going to step it back towards our right hand. Tuck the toes under. This time we'll rise up, crescent lunge. Awesome. Breathing here. Bend deep into your back knee. And pause here for a moment. So you should find some buoyancy in your knee. Again, skull, scapula, sacrum, one straight line. So you may have to bend your knee even more. Bring your hands to your hips. Draw your core in, almost like you're putting on some tight pants. Big breath in. Start to shift your weight forward. We'll come to our first warrior 3. Flex your toes. Level out your hip. It's not about how high your leg comes, but just trying to find that structure in the body. You should feel your left glute turn on. Right toes point down. Big breath in. Big breath out. Awesome. This is where the movement now gets a little bit of funky. So shift your weight kind of to the outside of your left foot. Can you open your hips to the side? Kind of like you're going to come to half moon. But your hands are still your hips. Come back to center warrior 3. Keep a bend into that left leg. Open and close. Awesome. Find one spot to focus. Open and close. Awesome. We'll do 3 more like this. Open. You might be noticing that if you're on carpet, it's a little bit more difficult. Open and close. You got it. Last one. Open and close. Now we're going to take a big step back. We're going to pivot to the back of our mat, shifting to warrior 3 on our right leg. Awesome. This one should be a little bit easier. We just did a warrior 3, so your right glute knows to turn on right away. Big breath in. Big breath out. Awesome. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Big full breath in. Exhale, bring your hands all the way to the ground, and then bend into your right leg. So walk your hands so far forward that you can firmly plant down through your hands. Modified standing splits. Try to keep those hands down. One more. Big breath in. Step your left leg back. Step your right foot back, plank pose. Lower the knees, lower the chest. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale. Exhale. Awesome. Walk your hands towards your feet. So you should be facing the opposite way on the front of your mat. And bend your knees a lot so you're in this nice big squat. Now here when we squat, knees are still over the ankles. And then think about moving your femur bone, the biggest bone in your leg, back. So we're bending our knees a lot. Awesome. Inhale. Exhale. Now this is where it gets funky. Take your fingertips. We're going to lift our heels and then walk ourselves over to the left, so towards your left leg. So that way your left leg is in front, your right leg is behind you, coming to this nice big twist. Legs are kind of in a pretzel. And then just breathe here for a moment. Awesome. Inhale. Exhale. You should feel this nice big stretch on the outside of your IT band. Outside of your leg. Shift your weight into your left leg. Bring your hands to your hips. Press into the left foot. Rise up. Standing leg, right leg lifts. Awesome. Lift your leg. Think about finding this structure again. So skull, scapula, sacrum, finding a tall spine. Big breath. Awesome. Release the foot down. Shake out your legs. Shake out your arms. Great job. Let's do the other side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold down. Fingertips come to the ground. Step your left foot back. High lunge. Bend deep into that front knee. Awesome. Skull, scapula, sacrum. Make sure you're pulling your chin back. Nice deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Can you bend a little bit deeper into that front knee and then find a little bit more space in the spine? Bend the left leg, bring the left knee underneath the hip, plant down. Oh, actually, let's come back up onto that leg. Plant your left hand down, bring your right hand to your hip, and then pull your hip back. So now your hips are square. You can bring your hand to your pelvis as well to make sure your pelvis is square. You're getting just a tad bit of a twist here. Awesome. Nice deep breaths in. Deep breaths out. Awesome. Now bend into that left leg. Keep your right hand at your hip. Knee underneath the hip. Extend the right leg back behind you. Awesome. Right hand comes to your left ribs. Pull your ribs up. Feel your core engage. Narrow between your ribs and your hips. You may need to bring your back foot forward, almost to like where the edge of your mat is at the back. Awesome. Gaze can be forward or down, whatever feels best. Try not to take your head up towards the sky just yet. Big breath in. Exhale, begin to bend the knee in. Extend. Bend the knee in. Extend. Bend the knee in. Narrow between your ribs and your hips. Your core should be on fire. Your glutes should be on fire. In and out. You got it. Here for 3. You can do it 2. Last one. All the way in. All the way out. Pause. Hand comes down. Hand stays at your hip. Step your right foot back. Tuck your back toes under. Rise up. Crescent lunge. Keep that bend into the left leg so you're finding some buoyancy here once again. Awesome. Pausing here, bring your hands to your hips. Pull your core in, narrow between your ribs and your hips. You got it. Keeping the structure, skull, scapula, sacrum, warrior 3 right leg. Awesome. We've been here before. Hands at your hips. Keeping our hands at our hips here, we can kind of keep ourselves honest about where we are. Awesome. Holding here, breathe in. Breathe out. You should feel your right glute on as you stand here. Now let's find that movement. Rotate to the outside of the right foot, open to the side, kind of like your half moon. Exhale, come forward. Open to the side, come forward. Awesome. Side and center. Narrow between your ribs and your hips. Open and close. Awesome. 3 more. 3. So we're moving at our hip instead of at our pelvis. 2. Last one, come back through center, take a big step back, pivot to the left foot, warrior 3. Awesome, feel your left glute turn on right away. Hips are square, spine is tall. Skull, scapula, sacrum, one straight line. Awesome, big breath in. Big breath out, bring your hands slow and control all the way down to the ground. Walk your fingertips forward, bend into that knee so much so you can plant your hands down. Gaze at your thumbs. Skull, scapula, sacrum still here together in our standing splits. Awesome. One more big breath in. Exhale, step that right foot far back. Step the left foot back, lower chaturanga. Lift up cobra, or if you're ready for upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Awesome. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Walk yourself back towards your toes. Happy squat. I don't know why it's happy, but maybe it is because it's a Monday. Sink your hips a lot. Start to feel your thighs, feel your glutes. We're moving the hips as far back as we can as we lower. Lengthen through your spine. Skull, scapula, sacrum. Your gaze is still down. Awesome. This time, bring your fingertips over towards your right leg. We're going to twist to the opposite leg. So right leg is in front, left leg is behind. Nice big twist. Maybe your fingertips come down to the ground. If you can't quite reach the ground, you can always bring your hands to your hips right away. Breathe. Awesome. Bring your hands to your hips. Shift your weight into your right foot. Rise up with that left leg. Awesome. Neutral pelvis. Tall spine. Core engaged. 3 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Awesome. Release the leg down. Shake out your legs. Shake out your arms. Great job. All right. Let's just do a couple traditional sun salutations. Inhale. Arms rise up. Exhale. Fold down. Can you keep a tall spine? Remove your half lift. Hands plant down. Step or hop. Back plank pose. Lower chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Keep those hands firmly planted down. Inhale, come up under your tippy toes. Exhale, bend your knees. Step or hop. Keep those hands down, forward fold. Rise, tall spine, inhale. Fold, exhale. Hands plant down, step or hop back, chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Down dog. Let's do 3 more just like this. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, forward fold. Hands stay down, rise to stand. Fold. Hands plant down, plank pose. Chaturanga. Lift. Down dog. 2 more. Inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Rise up. You got it. Fold. Plank pose. Chaturanga. Lift. Press back. Last one. Inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Rise to stand. You got it. Fold. Plank pose. Chaturanga. Lift up. Press back. 3 big breaths. Inhale. Open mouth. Inhale. Open mouth. 1 more. Awesome. Pick up your left leg. Inhale. Flex your left toes and then really press the floor away here. Awesome. Take a nice deep full breath in. Toes point down. Hips still level. Pelvis neutral. Draw your knee into your chest. Step forward. Right away, press down through your right hand. Reach your left arm high. Awesome. Gaze neutral and then drop your head to get a little bit of a neck stretch. Use your core here to open through your shoulder, to open through your chest as you relax your neck. Awesome. 2 more big breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale, bend deep into the right leg. Bend the knee right underneath the hip. Press down through the right hand so you're putting a lot of load on your shoulder. Extend that left leg back. Now your hand can always come back to your hip, or see if you can take it forward. So finding this opposition, narrow between your ribs and your hips, we'll find some movement here again. Inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee, pull in. Inhale, lengthen. Elbow to knee, pull in. Lengthen. Elbow to knee, pull in. Awesome. 3 more just like this. Lengthen. Elbow to knee. Feel your glute. Feel your core. You got it. 2. Last one. Knee in. Extend. Bring your hand right up towards the sky. Step your left leg forward. Tuck your back toes under. Rise up. Crescent lunge once again. Awesome. Pausing here for a moment. Big full breath in. Open your hips. Warrior 2. Yeah, hips and shoulders open. Narrow between your ribs and your hips. So taking this from maybe a bootylicious warrior 2 to a nice flat butt. Awesome. Pelvis neutral, arms outstretched. Bring your back hand to your front hip. Flip your left hand up. Inhale, reverse, and then think about keeping that hip pulling forward. Exhale, let's switch our hands. Front hand comes to your back thigh. Reach forward, side angle. Pull your hip forward. Awesome. Let's do that again. Reverse. Side angle. One more. Reverse. Feel your obliques. Side angle. Awesome. Come back to neutral in your warrior two. Start to gaze forward. Bring your hand forward. You can either come to the ground to a block or something that you want to hold, or maybe you can hover it slow and control half moon pose. Flex your toes, narrow between your ribs and your hips, core is engaged. Breathe, big breath in. Big breath out. Awesome, inhale. Exhale, open through your top shoulder. Keep your gaze down. Slow and control, bend into that back knee, come back up, warrior two. Right away, hands to your hips, pivot to the back, right foot, warrior three. Awesome, flex your toes. Rotate your hip down, use your hands as a tool. Narrow between your ribs and your hips. Awesome. Slow and control once again, bring your hands all the way down to the ground, bend into that right leg. Modified standing splits, bring your hands all the way down. This time we'll try to take a hop. Keep your left leg nice and long. Can you lift your right toes to take a hop? Yeah, take a hop. 3 more hops. Hop. Keep your pelvis neutral. Hop. Last hop. Awesome. Sink back. Bring that left foot back. Bring your right foot back. Chaturanga. Inhale, lift up, cobra. Exhale, press back down, dog. Big breath in. Open mouth. Inhale. Open mouth. Awesome. Walk towards the back of your mat, happy squat. Or towards your toes. Bend your knees a lot. Finding this happy squat once again. Holding your posy. Can you bend your knees a little bit more? Can you find a little bit more space behind you to feel your glutes turn on? Let's take a journey. Walk towards your left toe so your left foot's in front. Twist your legs so now you're facing the top of the mat once again. Breathe. Pause here for a moment. Shift your weight into your left foot. Hands at your hips. Come all the way to stand. Lift the right leg. Keeping your right hand at your hip. Bring your left hand to your right knee and twist. Options here. You can take the right hand back behind you to get a little bit more space. If your arm is extended though, take your gaze forward and see how far you can open the shoulder. You might notice it's a little bit more than if you were to gaze at your hand. Awesome, one more, inhale. Exhale, bring your hand back to your hip, twist back through center and really shake out your legs, shake out your arms. Great, let's do one more side. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold down. Hands plant down, step or hop back, chaturanga. Lift up, cobra. Press back down, dog. Last big push here, you can do it. Lift your right toes. Drop your left heel, square your hips, press with your hands. Big breath in, big breath out. Inhale, lift your heel. Exhale, draw your knee into your chest, step forward. Awesome. Shift your weight into your left hand. Reach your right arm up. Find this big twist here to start. Awesome. Breathe. Big breath in. Big breath out. Putting a lot of demand into that left hand. Can you shift more weight into your left shoulder? Finding the structure here. Skull, scapula, sacrum, one straight line. Bend your left leg. Bring it underneath your hip. Press into that left hand. Extend the right leg out. Again, hand can come to your hip for more stability. Shoulders right over your wrist. If you can, take your arm forward. Narrow between your ribs and your hips. Inhale. Elbow to knee crunch in. Extend. Elbow to knee. Inhale. Exhale. Great job, Becky. You got it. Extend and out. Awesome. 3 more. Use your core. 3, 2, last one. Draw in, extend out, bring your foot forward, rise up, crescent lunge. Pause here for a moment. Refine that structure in your pelvic bowl. Refine that neutral pelvis. Inhale. Open up warrior two. Exhale. Gaze forward again. Pull your core in. Everything from your shoulders to your tailbone is engaged here. Front hand comes to your front, or back hand comes to your front hip. Inhale, reverse, use your obliques. Exhale, back hand to back the hip. Reach forward, warrior variation. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior variation. You got it, reverse. Side angle. Come back to neutral. Use your core, narrow between your ribs and your hips. Slow and control, half moon. Maybe you can hover the hand, keep the gaze down. Try to level out through the hips. You got it, breathe. Use your core, bring that foot forward for balance. Awesome, use your core, slow and control. Press back, warrior two. Hands to your hips, pivot to the back, left leg down, warrior three. Awesome, this should probably be the easiest warrior three we're gonna do all day. Really engage through your core, engage through that left glute. Again, you can tap it to turn it on. Breathe. Awesome, use your core, control, come down, hands down. See if you can firmly plant down with your hands, bend into that left leg. Right leg stays straight, pelvis stays neutral, gaze at your thumbs. It's easier to have a little bit of a cobra back, so you plug your shoulders in, see if you can hop. See if you can hop. Just trying to catch a little bit of air. Here for three. You can do it. Two. Last one. Awesome. Step your right foot back, step your left foot back. Chaturanga. Cobra. Down dog. 3 big breaths. Inhale. Open mouth. Inhale. One more. Walk your hands back. One more happy squat. Maybe now it is a happy squat, knowing it's probably going to be our last squat of the day together. Bend your knees a lot. Skull, scapula, sacrum still here, still finding that structure. Awesome. Walk your fingertips over towards your right leg, twist to the front. Legs are crisscross. Right leg in front. And breathe for a moment. Shift your weight into your right leg. Lift your left leg as you come up. Awesome. Right hand to your left knee. Left hand to your hip or extend out. Find a twist towards the left. Maybe you take the gaze forward. Maybe you start to open that shoulder just a little bit more. Use your obliques, use your core to twist a little bit more. Awesome, come back through center and release. Shake out your legs, shake out your arms. Awesome. One more sun salutation here today. Reach up. Fold. Half lift. Last chance for a chaturanga. Maybe you want to add a push-up or two. Lift up cobra or upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 3 big breaths. Inhale. Open up. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Lower the knees, untuck the toes. Let's come back to that tabletop. This time we will not be doing any more glute work. Unless you want to do glute work, then I can give you some more exercises. So press your hands down. It'll just take a couple cat-cows. So drop your belly, scoop your heart forward. Exhale, round through the spine, tuck the chin. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Come back to neutral. Now, if your knees are bothering you, I'm going to have you press your hips back towards your heels to take this pose. Otherwise, try to stay up. Lift your left arm high to the sky. Thread your arm all the way through. Come down onto your shoulder. Now, I'm going to give you some options. So you can stay right here with your right hand near your face, or maybe you walk that right hand forward. Relaxing into this left shoulder, you can stay here, or to add more demand onto our left side body, can you tuck your right toes under and then lift the right leg back? Awesome. You can stay right here or bring the right foot all the way towards the left hand and then press to the knife edge of your foot so your whole foot is pressing down. You'll find a nice big stretch on the outside of your leg. Breathe. It's kind of like a funky gate pose where you're laying down. Awesome. Walk your hand in, release the right knee back down, lift the left arm high, and release. Let's switch sides. So right arm reaches, thread your arm all the way through, come down on that shoulder, maybe you stay here or with your hips back. Walk your hand forward if you wish. Tuck the left toes, maybe you extend the leg back, or you bring the leg all the way over towards your right hand. Left foot is by the right hand. Press through the knife edge of your foot and deepen your breath. Awesome. Hand comes in, foot comes in. Reach your right arm high. And release. Awesome. Let's come to seated. And we'll extend our legs out in front of us and flex our toes. We'll just take a quick figure 4. So bring your right leg over your right ankle over your left knee. And then bring your hand to kind of this area here. And I know you can't quite see it, so I'm going to turn. Right where your knee is bent on the inside. And there's a little bit of a bone here, right in the knee. And I want you to take your fingertips into where the thigh and the calf meet. And then pull your knee a little bit closer towards the right side of the room. We're going to do this on our back in just a second. I just want you to feel the sensation. So instead of leaning, we can lean forward just a little bit as we pull out to the side. But you'll notice when we lay down and put our elbow here, so again, you can put your elbow here too. It'll find more of like a pigeon-like pose than just a traditional figure 4. Awesome. And let's switch sides. So right leg extends out. Bend the left leg. Again, you're looking for kind of this spot right here. Ankle over your knee, either fingertips in here or elbow in here. And you're pushing out to the side as you lean forward slightly. Awesome. Then come up. Extend both legs out. Let's roll all the way down to our back once again. So make sure you're in the middle of your mat. And then keep the left foot planted down. We'll draw the right knee into the shoulder here to start. Just pausing. Finding that internal rotation. And we'll do one more quick figure 4. So ankle to knee, you can stay right here if your hips are feeling tight. Or left hand comes back behind. Right elbow is going to come to the knee, and then instead of just pulling in, keep your tailbone down, pelvis at neutral, and then use the right arm to pull, or right elbow to pull your right knee to the side. Awesome. Now let's switch sides, so right leg down to start, draw the left knee into the chest, into the shoulder, just for a moment. Ankle to knee, figure 4, again you can stay right here, or bend the right leg, right hand comes back behind, left elbow to the inside of the knee and pressing out towards the left. Awesome. Then release the leg, draw the knees into your chest. One more pose, we'll take a twist. Arms out like a T. Drop your knees over to the right. Bring your chin to the left. Or if you want to feel something a little bit different, maybe you take your gaze over to the right as well. You can feel it a little bit more in your shoulder or in your pec. Maybe you start to soften or close your eyes. Bring your knees through center and then all the way over to the left. Take your gaze to wherever it's calling you. And just start to soften your breath. Awesome. Bring your knees through center. Extend your legs, extend your arms. And then walk your shoulders back slightly. And then really get comfortable. Draw the eyes closed if they're not already there. And then exhale, empty every last drop of breath out. Let your breath become natural. Let your body become still. And let everything sink into the mat. That includes both your body and your mind. We're just taking this next moment to pause before starting our day. Start to deepen your breath. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes, your head and your neck. Let's take a couple morning stretches. Extend the legs nice and long. Extend the arms up above. Take a nice deep full body stretch. Exhale, sigh it out. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sigh it out. One more. Bend your knees and roll to your right. Using your bottom arm as a pillow to pause for one more moment before we start our day. Press yourself up to a seat. Spine nice and tall. Hands at heart center. One more big breath together. Inhale. Open the mouth. The love and light inside of me honors the love, light, and awesomeness inside of each and every single one of you that joined me this morning. Namaste. All right, great job, everyone. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow. I'm teaching